Hey team, Bill Storm here with you, and today we're going to continue our study of John Maxwell's book, High Road Leadership. We're on to the last chapter. We like to say last one, best one, right? Chapter 12, Desire the Best for Others. This is the foundation of High Road Leadership. So again, we're going to go through this and see what John has to say. We're going to study this together. And then you can discern whether or not the principles that he offers us resonate with you and whether you want to add them to your leadership toolbox or not. So here we go. In chapter 12 of High Road Leadership, John explores a leadership principle often overlooked in high pressure, results driven environments, desiring the best for others. So let's stop right there. Isn't that true? When things are under pressure and the results are on the line, we oftentimes as leaders stop thinking about other people and we start thinking about me, myself, and I, and what I am responsible for and who I have to answer to. Is that true? Yes, indeed. This happens, right? So for John, high road leadership isn't just about steering the organization to success. It's about creating a culture where everyone feels valued and empowered. So the essence of chapter 12 can be summed up in 3 words. Number 1, intentionality. Number 2, encouragement. And number 3, trust. So let's take a look at some of the key takeaways here that John offers us to see what we think about these things. So the first one is a heart for people is essential in leadership. So John emphasizes that true leadership begins with a genuine desire to see others succeed. And this goes beyond professional advancement. It encompasses personal growth, happiness, and fulfillment. So when leaders generally wish for the best for their team, it creates an environment of trust and loyalty. And people are more willing to invest their energy, creativity, and commitment when they feel their well-being is valued. Yes, I know this from my own personal experience. When I was a younger guy, right? And I had a mentor and I had a leader. One of the things that was really important to me was that he recognized me and he had not only my best interest in mind, but he had a plan for me for the future. I desperately wanted to be part of those plans. I wanted to be part of the vision, and I needed to see or I needed to feel that he saw me in that regard, and he really wanted to pour into me and really help me become the kind of person that I needed to become in order to make that happen. So that is huge. That is definitely huge. Number 2, desiring the best for others builds resilience. So in a supportive environment, people are more willing to take risks, try new things, and recover quickly from failures. Knowing that their leaders want them to succeed gives them the confidence to step out of their comfort zones. And this resilience is invaluable in an area where change and challenges are constant. So yes, people will not go out on a limb. People will not risk fear of being ridiculed or fear of judgment or fear of being condemned or fear of feeling less than. They'd rather just stay kind of quiet rather than venture out and to try new things. So what we need to do is we need to understand that in order to build the best in our team, they have to feel as though they can do this, right? We want them to go out and take risks, educated risks, of course, and make educated decisions. And if something doesn't work well, that's okay. We ask them, hey, what did you learn from that situation so we don't repeat that again and we get closer to the objective that we were trying to reach, right? That is huge, right? To make people understand and feel that that their efforts and willing to take risks like that, educated risks, of course, are welcome. Number 3, influence over authority. So John argues that authority doesn't create real loyalty. Influence does. So when leaders desire the best for their team members, they move from having authority over them to truly influencing them. And influence is a powerful motivator, right? People will go the extra mile for a leader who know they have their best interests at heart. One of my favorite things that John says, and this almost comes up in my daily thoughts, is he says, if you're given the title of a leader, but no one's following you, you're basically just going for a walk, right? You're going for a walk by yourself. Ruling with an iron fist doesn't work over the long term. You have to have the team behind you, right? You have to have them have faith in you, and they're willing to move mountains for you because of how you treat them and how you make them feel. Number 4, the ripple effect of kindness and empathy. Desiring the best for others often translates into small but impactful acts of kindness and empathy. This not only boosts morale, but also strengthens team dynamics. And when people witness kindness in their work environment, they're more likely to extend it to others, creating a ripple effect that benefits the entire system. So yes, the culture, the desired behavior, I think James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, said this. He says, you want the desired behavior to become the new normal, right? The new standard is what you want. So a culture of kindness in a work environment matters, because if what you see from the top is a lack of kindness, even being mean in a cutthroat type of environment, guess what you're going to breed? You're going to breed more of that. And we definitely don't need that, right? In order for a team to be strong, there's often you hear the phrase a team is only the chain is only as strong as the weakest link. That's true. So in order for each week to be strong, everybody has to understand that they're pulling on the same rope, moving in the same direction. Number 5, intentional leadership builds legacy. So high road leadership requires intentionality. It means you're doing it on purpose. So it's about consistently showing up, making positive decisions, and prioritizing people. And leaders who operate with intentionality leave a lasting impact. They become mentors and role models, and their legacy lives on in the positive changes they inspire in others. Yes, amen to that. Okay. I actually had a great conversation with Tom Ziglar the other day, and his dad, the late great Zig Ziglar, was my favorite motivator of all time. And I was saying to Tom, I said, it's been 40 years since I received a copy of your dad's book, See You at the Top. And that had a lasting impact on me. And then I went on to explain to him how it had impacted my life. And, he said, I never get tired of hearing how my dad's work and legacy has impacted other people. So again, very true in my own life. So here's some actionable steps for you as a leader. Make time for one-on-one conversations, right? Communication is not the same as conversation. Communication means you could be speaking to someone, but you're not speaking with someone. You want to make time for one-on-one conversations so you really understand each other. You understand where each other's mind, your head, and your heart are. Okay, that's really, really important to make some time for one-on-one conversations. So ask yourself, do you meet with people and just have 90-day reviews, or do you meet with people and actually have real conversations to really get to understand that person? Number 2, publicly acknowledge achievements. Okay, so this was one that I learned a long time ago. It's to publicly praise, right? Praise in public, but reprimand in private. So anytime somebody does something well, we want to publicly recognize them for doing that, because the more we reward good behavior, the more other people are going to aspire to do the same thing, to be able to get that praise as well. Again, it comes back to how we make people feel. Number 3, encourage growth and learning. So when leaders desire the best for their teams, they support them in their growth through training, mentorship, and constructive feedback. My mentor many, many years ago was amazing at that. He had a full library that we were welcome to dive into and encouraged to dive into. And I used to listen to tapes from Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and Earl Nightingale. And he just really, really poured a lot in through the investments that he made in himself and in us. He also took us to training seminars and things like that, and exposed us to things that to help us expand our mindset. So when you pour into your people, whether they stay with you long-term or not, that has a ripple effect, right? Some of those things you may not realize what an impact that has, but it certainly does. Number 4, be transparent and honest. Transparent communication is critical to build trust. So when leaders are honest about challenges and expectations and decisions, they create an environment where people feel comfortable sharing their own thoughts and concerns. So honest communication, foundation of a supportive team culture, right? So nothing that's done behind the scenes, right? Nothing that's done to cloak who you really are and what your real intentions are is a good way to see that. Number 5, show empathy, especially in challenging times. Okay, so the difference between sympathy means you become part of the problem. You move to their side of the fence and you join in with a pity party, the woe is me effect, right? But empathy means you recognize that there's a challenge going on, something that's difficult going on, and now you work with that person to come up with solutions to help them get through that challenging time. Number 6, practice gratitude and appreciation. It's very, very easy to point out all the faults of someone. But it's just as easy to take the time to think about all the things that you could appreciate them for, all the things that you're grateful for in that person. You have to learn how to be a good finder. Okay. So benefits of desiring the best for others, pretty simple. Retention, right? People will stay with you longer. It's a lot easier to keep someone and less expensive to keep somebody than it is to keep trying to bring new people on and retrain those people, right? This contributes to innovative ideas. When people, when you're thinking about the best for other people, you start to encourage them to think of those kind of innovative ideas and bring things to the table you may never have thought before. Okay. And also, this allows you to handle stress and challenges more effectively because they know that you have their best interests at heart. You've got their back. Okay. And then again, when you desire the best for others, this helps collaborate better with teammates. People within the team don't see each other as competition. They see each other as brothers and sisters in arms, people moving in the same direction. So this was the last chapter in High Road Leadership. And I would like to sum it up this way because this kind of echoes what John is trying to say here. John says, desire the best for others. Zig Ziglar again said, and the quote that has stuck with me my entire life is, you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want.